Hello, Scorpius Alpha here with another installment of Imperfect Perfection, Chapter 19, 2017. Samson. Things are getting better for me. I'm not living in a storage locker anymore, and I'm living with, and I got back with, Christy. We dated our senior year, and it was great until we broke up. She went abroad for fashion design, and got really rich doing it. She makes mostly dresses and shoes, so I don't own anything she made. Correction, I didn't buy anything she made. Kat did. So her clothes were in the house, but her family took everything she owned after she died. Christy was pretty upset. They were the best of friends in high school, along with this Spanish girl, Maritza. I wondered what happened to her. Maybe I'll look her up later. Anyway, because she's so loaded, I don't have to work at McJizzle's anymore. It really shows how much she actually loves me, even though I was at my lowest. I asked her if she felt sorry for me and was just pitying me, but she told me she held on to her love for me, and even though we ended up dating other people, we never forgot each other. Her splitting up with me just before I joined the military was devastating. Tiffany, my old CO, helped ease the pain, but it wasn't the same. It was just mechanical, which I didn't know, and I caught feelings for her. If I had known before it started that it was supposed to be mechanical, I wouldn't have. Now that I'm back with Christy, it feels like we picked up where we left off. It's great. My nightmares have greatly reduced or become more tame. I think it's the happiness I have that's dulling them. Who knew? I tried pot like Sandra suggested, but I don't like how it feels. I'm just going to stick to drinking. It's what I'm used to, which I don't do much lately either, unless it's a social event, which I hate getting all dressed up for, but it makes her happy, and if she's happy, I'm happy. So, babes, we gotta go anywhere soon? I asked Christy. No, nothing until next month. Vegas throwing a party, and they want me to give a speech to the up and comers to not give up on their dreams and blah blah blah. So boring. Only a third end up being successful. I'm naturally talented, so of course I sweat my competition and was awarded my four non consecutive Best Designer awards. But I don't want to talk work. Let's get a suntan by the pool, Christy tells me. For 30, she's still smoking hot. I, on the other hand, look like a buff old guy. I started lifting again when she bought me a weight set for Christmas. She said I looked deflated, and I told her I missed my old physique, so it was okay. I'm not there yet, but I'm stronger than I was. After my muscles atrophied from the hospital and physical therapy and shit, I didn't look as good anymore. As the years went by, just stopped caring. I even got a gut from working at McJizzle's and eating all of that free discounted food. Awesome! I approached the butler. Be prepared with the drinks for us. Oh, and you may stay inside until we need you. We'd like to be alone. Yes, Master Sampson, the butler replies. Thank you, Williamson. My pleasure, sir. It's weird having a butler around again. Ever since I moved out of my dad's house, I could never afford one. I do miss Bimbleton. He was a good guy. I was a spoiled child and didn't appreciate what he did for me. It wasn't until I was an adult that I realized he was a person too, so whenever I saw him, I treated him with respect, and that's how I'm going to treat Williamson. He's doing us a service, he's not a slave. I've tried to explain this to Christy, but she insists it's his job to serve us, and that's true. But he should be treated respectfully. I think she's catching on because she sees how I treat him, and she's eased off him when it becomes to being demanding. This is a new chapter in my life, and I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if I can be happier. Maybe I'll call my mom. I haven't talked to her in so long, and now that I don't need anything from her financially, she should believe me when I tell her I genuinely want to reach out to her. Bookstore still hasn't forgiven me for accidentally burning down his apartment. Come on, how long can that really last? Williamson Williamson left enough booze and mix out there that me and Christy got nice and wasted. We fucked and fell asleep just as the sun was setting. It was magical. I woke up first and woke her up and went inside the house to bed. I had an odd dream, or was it a nightmare? Anyway, it went down like this. I was a party in my old house circa 2004, so my dad's house. I looked around and sitting in a circle talking were all of my old flames. Sandra, 18-year-old Christy, Tiffany, Kat, and current Christy. In the background were all the random chicks I screwed over the years. I wasn't sure if this was bad or good, them being all in the same room together. I talked to the random girls, but all I got was a hey, because I guess I don't remember them too well to have a conversation. So I joined the circle of current flames. Current Christie spoke first. Hey, handsome. Why are you all here? I asked. We're here to eat your soul, she says the last part deep and demonically. Just kidding. We know you have some regrets, and we're just here to talk. Sandra, why don't you go first? Why did you tell everyone in school we slept together? Sandra asks. I already told you in real life. Remember, you said you understood, but that it was a shitty thing to do. Obviously, you still feel some guilt, or I wouldn't be here. Look, the seniors pressured me, and I thought you were the prettiest fat girl I could find. I actually had a good time with you, but looking cool was all I cared about back then. If it helps, it was nice to see you again and talk all this shit out. Did you stop answering my calls because I couldn't stop complaining? Probably, but you've got Christy now to listen to you. You don't need to bother me anymore. You're right, you're a good friend. I'm sorry we never really got to know each other better. I'm still around. We can be friends. As long as Christy is okay with it. I gotta get going. It was a nice talk, Samson. She gets up and leaves. So, you really didn't have sex with her. You were telling the truth. 18-year-old Christy asks. Yeah, I was. That makes me feel better, but why did you cheat on me? I always wanted us to lose our virginity together. We did. The other girls were after. Then why did you cheat on me? Because I wanted to get practice, so next time we did, I'd blow your mind with how good I was. That and you were abstaining because of what happened between Kat and Leo. But I thought you loved me. If you did, you wouldn't have cheated on me in the first place. Look, I was young and stupid. My ego was taller than I was. I did end up feeling bad about it, but I thought by getting more experience in blowing your mind that it'd show you how much I loved you. Let's be honest, our first time was hardly the best. Now today, on the other hand, that was awesome, right, babe? I blow a kiss to current Christie. When I went to Paris, I tried to forget you, and I basically did what you did. I know you told me this in real life. And how does that make you feel? Before I finally got over it, I felt like you must have felt all those years ago. Now you're getting it. I'm glad we ended up together. I have to go now. It's my turn. She gets up and leaves the house, and as she does, a clump of girls leaves with her. They must be the ones I cheated on her with. Tiffany spoke next. Why am I even here? I told you not to catch feelings for me. I know, I couldn't help it. It's just who I am. And how did that work for you? Because I accidentally got you killed. She burst into flame, and her burned flesh and exposed bones remain. I'm sorry. You fucked up. You were there to do a job, and not only did you get attached to me, your arrogance got me killed. I know there's nothing I can do. It's too late. I'll have to live with this forever. Damn right you do. I'm not going anywhere. The rest of the random girls leave, and Kat speaks next. I thought you loved me, Kat says. I did. I didn't mean for you to die. I was blacked out drunk. I don't even know what I did until I was told what happened. Well, I'm dead, and it's all your fault. I know. I'm sorry. Multiple slices form on her face, and her head starts to bleed, and a chunk of the top of her head falls off, exposing her brain. Christy speaks up next. You've really changed from who you were to who you are now. I'm actually proud of you. I'm disappointed that you caused the deaths of people you cared for. It makes me wonder what will happen to us. I love you too much to do anything to you, I promise. I'd like to believe you, but these two have proven you can be reckless. And Kat was only a few years ago. I don't know what else to say except that I'm sorry. Three of them get up and start walking towards me. I grab my gun and fire, and that's when I woke up. I must have screamed because Christy jolted awake. What's the matter? War nightmare? No, it's just I dreamed I was getting attacked by someone. It scared me awake. Do you remember who? No, I lied. Look, no matter what, I just want to let you know that I love you and would never do anything to hurt you, even though I have in the past. I know, babes, we've been over this before. I know, I just need to reassure myself and you that the arrogant asshole is gone. The man you now know is the one that's here to stay. I love how much you've grown. This is the man I knew was always inside that arrogant asshole. I give her a hug. Come on, let's get some breakfast. We went downstairs and Williamson made us breakfast. Hey, do you know whatever happened to Maritza? I asked Kat. Wow, that's a name I haven't heard in years. No, I don't. I wonder if she's still around. So after breakfast, we took a trip to Maritza's old house, hoping she'd be there. Her mom answered the door. Good, they didn't move. Samson? Christy? Maritza's mom asks. Yeah, it's us. Come on in. We followed her into the house. So we were wondering how Maritza's doing. We haven't seen her since her intervention. I went to war and she went to Paris, so we missed out on a lot of each other. Johann and Leo are dead. Johann died in the war, and Leo, I had to take Leo out before he killed her squad. He killed one, and when being told to stand down, he shot and killed the CO. So I took him out before he could take us all out. Dios mío! Yeah. I seem to have had better luck, though, Christy says. I seen how good for you, chica. She smiles and pats Christy's knee. I'm going to get us some drinks. She gets up and goes to the kitchen. I feel some bad news coming, I tell Christy. Yeah, I feel it too, Christy says. Maritz's mom comes back with drinks. I can smell the alcohol coming from the glasses. Uh-oh. So, you know how we got her into the camp so she could get better? Maritz's mom asks. We all take a drink almost at the same time. It was weird. Probably because me and Christy felt the bad news coming and her mother was about to deliver it because she started to cry. They found her in her bunk dead, starved to death. She cries harder. Christy started to cry too because both of her best friends are dead and so are mine. All we have left is each other. I need to make some new friends now that I'm in high society again. I can redeem the family name that my dad soiled. I can't believe Maritza starved to death. She kept saying she was fat, and despite us telling her she wasn't, she seriously thought she was. I didn't realize how bad her anorexia was. Wow. Now both of my best friends are dead, Christy cries. What happened to Katerina? Maritza's mom asked. We got into an accident that I accidentally caused. She was in the back seat without a seatbelt and went flying through the windshield. Happened around 4 years ago. Oh my god, I can't believe it. I'm so sorry to hear that. You two have been through so much. I'm sorry, but it's not easy for me to lose my daughter. We're sorry you have had to go through that, I said. Thank you, Chico. Would you like a refill? I know I could use another, Maritza's mom asks. Christy? She nods. Yes, please. My, how you've changed. I remember when you were little, you'd be so demanding and no manners. Yeah, we've all grown up. I'm sorry your daughter didn't get to. We're the only two left from our group to make it to 30. And here I was hoping we'd all be best friends forever. I'll go get those drinks now. She gets up and goes back to the kitchen. Seeing how sad Maritz's mom was and how she'll never see her daughter again made me sad. And I think I'll give my mom a call soon. Obviously, you think you have all the time in the world with each other until you don't. We spend the rest of the day talking, drinking, and reminiscing about Maritza. We were trashed, so we gave Williamson a call. Christy refuses to ride the bus. I felt bad for calling him this late, but Christy says it's his job. The next day, I decided to give my mom a call. It took a couple of tries, but I finally got an answer. She might be busy writing a book or something. This is a restricted number. How did you get this number? Mom asks. Maggie Adamson? I had to make sure I got the right number. Only a few people have this number. State your name and I will answer you promptly. It's all right, Mom. It's Samson, your eldest. Samson? If it really is you, tell me what planet you chose for your research project in third grade and why. Uranus, because I wanted to see if it looked like a butt. Samson, it is you. How'd you get my number? Well, you gave it to me a long time ago. I just transferred it from phone to phone. Sorry I haven't called you since graduation. You're damn right you're sorry. Luxor calls me at least once a week. By the way, nice job burning his house down. Uh, he's not ever gonna let me go. Never let that go, is he? Probably not. You know how your brother is. Never seen him so mad. He was throwing out contractions left and right, and he actually cursed. What? He didn't tell me that. Oh yeah, I pissed him off pretty good, but I swear it was an accident. I even told him that. I'm sure he'll get it over. Get over it one day. He got over you breaking his microscope. I hope you're right. So what have you been up to? Just enjoying my retirement. My books sold pretty well. Plus, unlike your father, I know how to manage my money. Yeah, Dad's pretty broke. He had to give up the house, had an estate sale. He's in a cover band. It's kind of sad. Taking his career by defending Uncle Ruby was one thing, but I read your books when they came out and you blasted him pretty bad. Was he really that bad? Aw, you read my books? Thanks. I didn't know you did read. Here and there. It's what I loved about football, remember? Oh, yeah. And to answer your question, yes, he was that bad. I'm glad he's broke. Asshole. Yeah, Tina broke up with him because he went broke. Haha, what a loser. I'm glad I divorced his ass. Uncle Ruby was just the straw that broke the camel's back. I couldn't stand it anymore. How are Raven and Wolfgang? They're doing pretty well. Raven is trying really hard to be a pop star, and Wolfgang is a professional fighter. Wow, my baby siblings all grown up. You should visit. I already invited your brother. We're having a release party for Raven's debut album. Here's hoping it's a hit. Wait, Love Monkey is Raven? You've heard the single? On the radio, yeah. I thought it was her, but I wasn't sure. Good for her. I'm really glad you called. It's nice to hear from you. We should get together one day and really catch up. I would have called you sooner, but I was afraid. Of what? Because I was really down on my luck and I didn't want you thinking I was just calling to get money. I understand, but you're my son. I would have helped you anyway. I know, it just seemed like bad timing. I'm back with Christy now. Things are a lot better than they used to be. Good for you. I can't wait to hear what you've been up to since graduation. It's a long story, but I'll fill you in. It's been nice talking to you. I've got to go now. We must plan a day. I'll have my people talk to your people. All right, Mom. All right, bye, Mom. I love you. I love you too, Sammy. That felt good. I expected her to be mad, but she wasn't. She was actually glad to hear from me. I should have called sooner, but no changing the past. Christy's coming down the stairs. She looks sick. Babes, are you okay? I asked. I feel really sick. I've been throwing up all morning. All right, do you have a doctor you can call? Yeah. She calls her doctor and he comes over. The two go upstairs and about 10 minutes later he comes back downstairs. I'm taking her to my office. You're her boyfriend, correct? He says. Yeah. Then you may come with us. We head down to his office and he performs tests on her. He comes back with notes in his hand. Just as I suspected from the home test, you're pregnant, Christy. We both look at him in shock, then at each other, and then we hug and she starts crying. I cried a little bit too. I can't believe I'm going to be a dad. My life is finally going up and up. I'm so happy right now. Luxor. So I have done it. I entered a relationship with Emily. After my elation for solving the cold case last year, I could not help myself. I got inebriated during my conversation with Stanley and Emily. I asked her out on a date, and she agreed. We have been going out for a year now, and I am learning more and more about emotion, which in turn is helping me with my job. Now I can truly tell the difference between the liars and the ones telling the truth based on body language and emotional reaction. It is fascinating how much people reveal themselves without them even knowing it. My boss approaches me one day with a new case and immediately sounds familiar. Missing people on a boat, I ask. Yep, after you made national headlines last year, it seems as if someone around here wants to be a copycat. Probably figures if the other guy got away with it, they can too. How many are missing so far? Now, see, that's the weird thing. It's all women. How odd. Perhaps this person wants to skip the first two parts of the ceremony and go straight to the third. Perhaps they are not as confident, which is why they are only kidnapping one at a time. How is this not a missing persons case? Why is it being sent here? Because we found a body this morning. It was chewed to hell like the sharks had at it before it washed up on shore. Part of the skull was still intact, and so we were able to identify her through her dental records. Joni Smith, the first to go missing, has been found. We feel there is a connection between her and the other women missing, who all boarded the ship at night, according to witnesses. What about the driver of the boat? He is obviously at fault. Nobody saw the driver. It was night, and he was facing the water. He was in the shadow, but the women seemed to recognize him. The boat disappears for days, then comes back, and a different woman boards. They are three are missing so far. Hopefully, this won't turn out higher numbers. We're going to start patrolling that area until this guy is caught. So, what would you like me to do? Get to the bottom of it. You and Oswald can definitely crack this one. How are you not sure she fell overboard and then was eaten by the sharks? Her skull was shattered by a blunt object. She was murdered before she was thrown into the ocean. That we can be sure of. I will definitely get to the bottom of this, sir. I know you will, future captain. Thank you, sir. Time to leave. I am meeting Emily for dinner. I go home, get changed, and head to the restaurant where she is also arriving. I appreciate your punctuality, I tell her. As do I yours, she says back. We both laugh and head inside. We pick a spot and sit down. The waiter takes our drink order and we begin conversing. So how was your day, my darling? I ask her. It was adequate. Not much going on. How about yourself? I just got a new case. Nothing I can discuss with you as of yet. Don't you trust me? Of course I do, but I must adhere to workplace regulation, even outside of the workplace environment. Of course, I understand. I'm under non disclosure myself when it comes to certain aspects of my work. So, have you seen Stanley lately? Yes, he's doing well. That is good to hear. Tell him I say hello. Of course, darling. Our date went awfully well, as they have been. Emily, would it be out of place to call you my girlfriend? I was rather nervous. I have never courted a female before. I think that will be agreeable. You certainly have worked through your emotional and social skills to an impressive level. Then I think it is fair that you be agreeable, or at least open minded for what am I about to ask you. And what would that be, my darling? I would like to inquire. I've never felt nervous like this before. If I was more animalistic like my brother, this would not be as difficult. I would like to inquire, if it is agreeable to you, of course, if we may engage in intercourse tonight. I'm open to suggestion. Is that a confirmation? Tell you what, I must commend you on your ability to restrain yourself from asking for the entire year. So the answer is yes. I would love to engage in intercourse with you. I could not believe it. I wanted to cheer right then and there, but proper etiquette dictates otherwise. That was easily the best night of my life. I want it more now. I've noticed an addicting quality to it. I wonder how many times she would be willing to continue doing it with me. Perhaps we should make a schedule or something. I do not want to live a life of celibacy no longer, and I feel like I would do anything to get it. I hope I can control myself between interactions. Of course, there is self stimulation, but it is just not the same. I do not want to go behind her back, but like I mentioned, I discovered it is addicting. I'm sure I can figure this anomaly out. I am a genius after all. And that concludes Book 2 of Imperfect Perfection. If you like the story so far, please subscribe.